guys, welcome to Advent Chat with Hound Strings. My name is Alex and this is, well really this is day 20, but I'm making up for lost time, so I'm adding in day 19. Welcome to anyone new or returning that's visiting, and let's get started. I have the tea. I have 2 boxes to open today. Days 19 and 20. And let's get started. Before I start with the tea, I just want to say, sorry, I've been kind of a downer lately. I've just after doing this almost every day, it's kind of starting to lose its fun. I'm not really enjoying it, and I think I'll do my best to stick out through Christmas Day, and hopefully, if I'm feeling a little better, sticking it through the Christmas season. But yeah, I think it kind of pains me to say it, but I think I am over podcasting. Again, I'll stick it out, and I know other than this, I don't really podcast as much as other people do, but I'm just not really enjoying this anymore. But again, we'll see what happens. No, I'm not promising anything or burning any bridges. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. But anyway, on to some lighter stuff. Today's tea is called Fruchti Wirbel, which is a swirled fruit tea. And this one is, ooh, boy, that's good. Kind of get some citrus right away. I think, of course, there's the hibiscus, which gives it that tartness. But among the other ingredients are elderberries, strawberries, cherries, citrus peel. So the citrus peel is really coming out. This one's good. It's got a really nice fruit punch kind of flavor. Yesterday's was called, I don't have it, I'll post a caption. But I wasn't particularly crazy about yesterday's. It was solely an herbal blend. But there were a lot of ingredients that I wasn't particularly crazy about. Namely, like the licorice, which I don't really, other than licorice candy, I don't really like licorice. But, it is what it is. It's a surprise, and it was interesting to taste anyway. Then let's get started on opening some boxes. So we'll start with yesterday's. Ooh, that's pretty. It's kind of a robin's egg blue, but with a lot of tone depth, and it kind of crosses into like deep aqua kind of teal territory, and it has kind of the silvery tones. This one is called I Believe. And really think of what that might be from. I mean, I think there are a lot of Christmas movies, Christmas stories that have, at least in the modern sense, that have those elements of like, oh, I believe in Santa Claus. It's probably Miracle on 34th Street. That's the one that I can think of. Let's see. Yep. Miracle on 34th Street, originally released in 1947. And the basic premise of that one is that there's an old man by the name of Kris Kringle, and he originally fills in for an intoxicated Santa in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but he is the real Santa Claus, or at least that's what he tells people. And there's a huge court case to kind of determine whether or not he is Santa, or really whether or not he's mentally unstable. But that quote is from a little girl named Susie, and she was played by a very, 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 very young Natalie Wood. And her mother is played by Maureen O'Hara. And Maureen plays, well, of course, she's the little girl's mother, but she's kind of a, how do I want to put this? She doesn't really let her daughter's imagination flourish. She kind of tells her daughter like it is. And so at first the little girl's like, yeah, you're not really Santa, but over time she comes to believe, and that's where that quote comes from. And the full quote is, I believe, it's silly, but I believe. So there we go. So that is day 19, so yesterday's. And the little image is just that quote. Not really anything else to go along with it. And let's see what today's box is. Almost saw the info card. Ooh, that is beautiful. Oh, that's such a rich blue color. It's kind of denim-y, like a really, really rich, kind of a royal, not quite royal blue. I think that's a little, it's kind of blowing out on the screen a little bit dark, or showing a little bit brighter than it actually is, but it's still really pretty. And of course the tonals, I tell you, Forbidden Fiber Company is amazing with their tonals. And today's colorway is called Clarence Oddbody. And that, I know that name, that is from It's a Wonderful Life. Yep. Clarence Oddbody, Angel, Second Class. And of course, if you don't know, whether or not you know the whole premise of It's a Wonderful Life, just don't know who watches, so let's just say that a trigger warning is in effect. So while I'm reading the little description, I will hold up the card, and when I'm finished with the trigger warning, I'm going to put my hand down. So, George Bailey has so many problems, he is thinking about ending it all. And it's Christmas. As the angels discuss George, we see his life in flashback. As George is about to jump from a bridge, he ends up rescuing his guardian angel, Clarence, who then shows George what his town would have looked like if it hadn't been for all of his good deeds over the years. So, and then the fun fact was it began with a Christmas card, and it says, after years of unsuccessfully trying to shop his short story, The Greatest Gift, to publishers, Philip Van Doren Stern decided to give the gift of words to his closest friends for the holidays when he printed up 200 copies of the story and sent them out as a 21-page Christmas card. David Hempstead, a producer at RKO Pictures, ended up getting a hold of it and purchased the movie rights for $10,000, which I presume that's quite a bit of money back in those days for rights for a movie. And then this one does have a good picture. We'll see if it'll show up. There we go. So it's the letter at the end of the movie. George kind of comes back to his senses. There's a big Christmas party waiting for him at home, and he finds a note saying, "Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence." And then, of course, there's that classic line of, "Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings." So there we have days 19 and 20 for the Forbidden Fiber Company Advent Calendar. And that's all I've got. Again, we'll see what happens. Not sure if I want to record tomorrow. Again, we'll see what happens. I'll try and stick it out. But yeah, that's what I got. So I'll see you next time. Bye.